Tara here. Nice of you to join me. Oh, let me tidy up. So welcome to my channel. So pleased to have you here with me today. I really hope you've been following this series of tutorials that I've been doing on the large folio album that I've been creating with you. If you want to see the finished album, I've done a walkthrough with using the Vagabond in Japan papers, and I will put a link up in or an iCard up there, and then you can just click on that and it will take you to that particular video. I'll also put a link or an iCard up there as well, where it links to this playlist where you can watch the tutorials from part 1 all the way up till the end, the end videos. And also, if you would like to subscribe to my channel and you're not already subscribed, then down here in the bottom corner down here there's my logo on that. If you just hover over that if you hover over that icon, it will come up with a subscribe button. If you click on that subscribe button, you're then subscribed. It's that easy to do. And if you do then become a subscriber, please hit the notification bell as well, because then you'll be notified whenever I upload things, so you won't miss anything. So with all that being said, let's get into what we're doing. Now we are going to do the wallet style credit card holder page right at the back of the album, but we're going to use the Cool Cats dies. These are the straight pierced pocket slot dies, and they're the set 2, and they come with various different lengths of slots that you can use. So we're going to be using the large slot, and then the next one down, we're going to be using those 2. Now you could, if you want, you could do them so they're decreasing all the way down, or you could do them where they're increasing all the way up. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to use the 2, so I'm going to do 2 big ones and then 2 small ones following down. I'm going to do them in 2-inch measurements all the way down to the bottom. I wonder if you can guess. So, drum roll please. It's going to be, can you see? The Hortensia, if that's how you say it. So yes, I thought this Vagabond one was a bit more vintagey, so I thought, sorry, I'm just going to think. So I thought this one would be a little bit more girly. So I thought we'd use that. And I haven't really made an album with this one. So I thought that it would be a nice one to do. So I'm going to use this page here. So you will need to cut your page. So I'm going to do a black piece of card underneath it. There you go, that goes like that. So 1, 2. So we're going to put it on the back of our flip and flaps on the front, and you will need to cut your black card to 10 1/8. Okay, so that's your black card. So let's just check that is correct. Yes, that gives me some nice space either side. That gives me space for that, and that gives me space for that. Okay, so the measurements are, to cut your black card, they are 7 7/8 by 10 1/8. That's your black card. So going on to your paper, you'll need to cut it at 10 by 7 3/4. Now, so let me take that away. That fits nicely. So bringing in our dies. Now you will need a pencil and a ruler. I think first of all let's do our marks going down. So I'm going to do them every 2 inches, as I said. So we're going to go with, so it'll be 2, 4, 6, 8. Go over here, and it'll be 2, 4, 6, 8. And then I'm just going to draw a very faint line. If I can find where I've put my lines. There. It's a very straight line, very thin line. So using your Tim Holtz ruler, let's find our centre. So that's my centre. So it's there and there. So that's my centre. There, and then this last one will be there. Okay, so using the Cool Cats, the centre mark on the die, you can then centre that line using that pencil mark. You can then stick them down. I'm hoping that was the small one, and this one's going up here. No, I did the wrong way round. Sorry, let's put the bigger one at the top. Like so. Making sure you've got the pencil mark in between that opening, the slot in the die, and then that way you'll know that it's centered. I think that's about right. And then the bottom one, so again just center it with that little mark, and then keep that pencil line in between that slot in the die, and then push it down. Okay, so I'm going to then put this onto my cutting mat. So I'm going to take this, put that on, because this is magnetic. So instead of me trying to move the die, push the die upside down and then have it fall off, if you put your magnetic sheet onto your dies, they'll cut the right way. Okay, moment of truth. Hey, hey. There we go. That's one. So that's the 2. Again, I can't see this pencil line. There we go. Right, do the second one. Bring your magnetic sheet, if you've got one. Bring it over, and then hopefully that will be in the right position. It's not failed me yet. Famous last words. Da, 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 da. I said I spoke too soon, didn't I? Okay, so that one has gone a bit skew-whiff, but these things happen. So to cover that up, now you could recut it, get another piece of paper and recut it. That's one option. Another option is to leave it as a feature. That's another option. Or you can cover it with a pocket or another piece of paper. So there's sort of your options. I'm actually going to cover mine with another piece of paper, with sorry, some card. 8 7/8 by 2.5. No, sorry, by 3. Like so. Then you'll need to do your scoring. So you need to score once along the bottom, and then at 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch on one short side and 1/2 inch on the other short side. Okay. Chop off the corners like so and fold them over like that. Then hopefully, if I've done it correctly, and I'm hoping I have, let me move them out of the way. Your glue tabs should sit snugly behind, and they do, like so. Okay, so then you've got that full width then of that pocket on there. Like so. So you can either use your double-sided tape or glue. Again, it's up to you. I'm just going to use double-sided because I like to use double-sided. And the Scor-Tape is amazing. It really is. So take off the backings. Now you put the Scor-Tape on the valley fold side of your pocket. And if you turn your pocket wrong side up, you're going to line up that bottom score line with the with the corners of your paper and the bottom of your paper. Now you're not going to go right into that score line, you're going to leave a little bit of a gap. So make sure you've got it centered. I nearly made another error there. And then just ease that glue tab down. Once you've done that, flatten it out, add the side glue tabs then as well, like so. Turn it over, and then when you stick that onto your paper, that's going to stick flat, like so, okay, because we'll pull it right tight. So next thing we need to do is we'll need to put then our little strips that are going to be our saving strips. So these ones are going to save, because we've cut out of paper, it's quite delicate. So using these, they just protect those edges. Now I put these, the double-sided tape as close to the bottom edge as you possibly can get, okay, and I use that then as my guide. So turning this the right way up, with your glue side sticking upwards, you're going to ease that into that slit, that little slot, and then using that glue tab then as your measure, as your guide, you're going to guide that down until you can't see that any of the double-sided tape. And then when you've got it in the right position, then burnish it down like so. Okay, now I've stuck mine so it's coming upwards so that we put our papers in there. You could stick it, if you wanted a smaller one, you could stick it inside. You could stick it to the top and have it going that way. But I like it where that slot is behind, and then we've got that showing. And these dies from Cool Cats are amazing. They really are. You've got to hand it to those ladies. They have got some fantastic ideas. They really, really have. So next one, I'm going to do a small one now. So exactly the same. we push in like that, using that double-sided tape edge as your guide for being straight, and then burnish that down. Now that one is a little bit big. I must have cut that one at a bit bigger, but hey, it wouldn't be one of my albums without any mistakes in it, now would it? I love making mistakes in my albums. Well, I have no choice really, because I do it anyway, but I just think it makes it unique. It makes your albums unique, because no two albums will ever be the same. So let's, only thing when you're just using double-sided tape, you have not got any wiggle room. And hopefully, because I didn't stick it down, didn't burnish it down, I was managed to save it. Okay, so let's get this in correctly. Push that over, and then, oh, come on. There we go, like that. There we are. So that nearly is our album. We just got to cover this bit. I'm going to go with that side. So I just need to cut this down, not shut it down, cut this down. So that's going to be 2 3/8. So by 7 5/8. Then that should give me my nice finish. Now I'm going to go round my edges with, I think I've got some brown. Just to take off that whiteness. Of the edge of the paper. There we go. And then we can just put that on, so I can use our glue if it's not stuck. This pink is such a pretty colour. Such a pretty pink. Would be nice in a paint, wouldn't it? It would be lovely in a paint. Right, just going to go around these edges. I'm just doing it very lightly. I'm just trying to get rid of that white core. There we are. So, bringing in your album. So, open, and your black piece of card that you're going to use, you're going to stick it down to that. Move that over there. Okay. So, I'm going to use a little bit of double-sided just along the top, and I might put one down, I might put some down the side actually, so that I can actually pull the paper taut, so that, oh look at that, okay, get this bit off, and then I'm just going to add some glue to it so that I can get some wiggle, if I can get this piece off, which I can't, so that might have to stay on there. There we go. Okay, right, glue. So you want glue just along the top bit, down the sides, and because this is not going to be a pocket, you don't want there, do we? Getting a bit vigorous there. It's pretty late. I'm doing this pretty late, so I'm actually going away on holiday tomorrow. It will be my first holiday for, well, I suppose it's the first holiday for a lot of us, isn't it? We've had this year. But it will be my first holiday for a long time. I'm going to take that bit off because I don't like that there. Right, double-sided sticky it is, because I'm not getting on very well with that glue, that double-sided tape. Okay, I didn't have very much of a wiggle, and I needed a bit of wiggle. There we are. Okay, that's better. Okay, push that down. Okay. Now once we get our bits, you could, because that's quite a wide pocket, you could put a little booklet in there, would look really nice as well. So once we've got that nice and secure and stuck down, we can go ahead and stick it into our book, and it's just going to go on there like so. So I'm just going to use our glue. Now this you can put all the way over, and I would suggest you put quite a bit on there, and center it up. Sorry, this is such a big book. I tend to work at very odd angles, and I don't mean to. Okay. So there we are. So that is our first bit of patterned paper into our book. Now you can then make the tags that go inside if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that in the minute, but it then snaps shut like that. Now what I am going to do is round my corners, because I like rounded corners. I'm going to use my quarter sized round punch. Again, you could use whatever size you like, and this is full. As you can see, all the bits are falling out. So I'm doing every page on here like so, and take them out. So in my original I had patterned paper, patterned paper, patterned paper, patterned paper. Didn't have any pockets on them at all. So I'm not going to do these ones on camera. I'll do them off camera, because that all you need to do is put your pattern paper on there. If you want the size, I'll give you the size. So the size for that one would be 7 3/4, and I think it's by 5 1/8. So that's 7 3/4 by 5 1/8, and so you'll need to cut 4 of those. Okay, so 7 3/4 by 5 1/8. Okay, so this side, because I've got quite a bit of leg room in this album, I'm actually going to do a cardstock pocket. So I'm going to use that side, I think, although that's really nice, because I don't need to actually go all the way down to the bottom, so I could use that as a feature on that, and then put my pocket along the bottom there. So let's do that. So let's put the pocket on, and then we'll put the pattern, we'll fit the pattern paper into it. So the pocket is going to be, so we've got 7 7/8. So this will need to be 8 and 7/8 by maybe 3.5. That should be plenty. Right, so once you've cut your you've made your pocket, you can then go ahead and let's double-sided tape on one corner, on one blue tab, the other side, and then the bottom. And we're doing this on the mountain fold side, okay, like so. Okay, 1, 2, I can't get it off, 2, 3, and then we're going to just attach it to the bottom of our page. Now what you may want to do is just give that corner a little rounded corner so that it fits in with the corner of your page there, but only do the one, and then push it right down like so, and then that gives you another pocket. And then what we can do is, when I find, so this would be 7 3/4, and then that should fit quite snug down the side there, she says. There we go, got stuck. So then that fits on the page like so. You will need to just round that corner there and get your glue, and now you could have chopped this bit down a little bit so that you because you're wasting it behind that pocket there, but because it wasn't that much of a big deal, I've just not bothered cutting it. So turn that down, then that closes over. Then you've just got this pocket here to cover, so we could use the other side of this, which is quite nice. So that would be 2 7/8 by 7 3/4. 7 3/4 by 2 7/8. And then that should fit on there nicely. Don't forget to round that corner. And I forgot to ink the edges. Knew there was something. So just ink those edges. Like so. And then that will fit on there like so. Okay, on to the next one. Okay. So you've now got this page here. Now this page here, we are going to do some smaller pockets. Now if I bring in my other one just to show you. So these pockets are out of the paper, and I've just done 2 lines. That's all I've done, and that then creates that like a like a secret pocket, as if you want to call it that, like that. But I'm not going to do. I'm going to use some cardstock again. Okay, so I'm going to do one at 2.5 and then one at 3. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a 1/2 inch score line on both ends, like so. So you've got the trim line. This bottom one is going to be a glue tab. This top one is going to be a wrap over, like so. Okay. And then it's going to fit. This one's going to be on the bottom, like that. And then I'll put another one behind it. So this one will then sit behind. Okay. So that is 10 and I think it's 10 1/8. No, that's 10 1/4. So you need to cut this side, this one down to 10 1/4. It doesn't matter what size you do, really. It depends on how big you want your pocket. So it's really up to you. So double-sided tape, and it goes onto just the bottom glue tab onto the mounting fold side. Okay. Now, take the double-sided off. Okay, and we're just going to place it about a 1/8 of an inch above where your first score line is. Okay, try and get it as straight as you can, and then just burnish it down. Okay, now in a minute we are going to then glue the sides, but you could use actually you could use some of the construction tape that I learned from Claire Charville. It's another way to use your construction tape. So you just need a little bit, and we're going to just tape over that side. So that's one. Now the other. And try and get it so that you've got no air bubbles in your card, and then your pocket will sit pretty straight, like so. Okay. So then that's your first pocket, and then that will fit into the actual pocket, and then it gives you an illusion. So put your half an inch score line along the top, like so, and then we can slot that in. Now don't put any tape along the bottom of your pocket, because we're going to use this pocket underneath as that extra bit of room. So remember not to do that. Doesn't matter if you do, but just remember not to. So I'm just going to put the double-sided tape, not double-sided, the construction tape on the corners, on the sides here, a bit further up, and then put our other pocket in like so. I'm going to turn it over, getting it nice and straight. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to then just wind this around, wind that around, then flap those down like so, and then we can just cover those then with odd bits of card that we might, paper that we might have, you know, just to, so any offcuts that we've got, we can cover them with. So let's have a look at another sheet of paper, because I quite like that. That looks nice. So let's have a look what size. So I'm going to cut this at 5.5 by 10 1/8. 1/8 by 5.5. Brilliant. Don't forget to round those corners. And ink the edges. Okay. And then put your glue on. And then slot it in. Go down as far as you can. It will go down. You just have to, that's it. No, a bit further down I think it needs to go. It's got stuck on, there we go. Yeah. So, and then we can then cover these bits either with some scrap, which that looks really nice on there, so I might do that, or you can turn it over and use that side. But I quite like those butterflies there. I don't really want to get you, I want to use them. Okay, so that is going to be 1 5/8 by 10 1/8. That fits nicely there. Ink those edges. And then put your glue on. And then just add it to that. There we are, and that's going to, we're going to actually tape that down, so you could come a little bit further down that pocket if you wanted to, which I think I may do, because I think I cut it a little bit too short, but there we go. That doesn't matter because that's going to be taped down. I'm just going to put some double-sided tape. Yeah, let's just tape that down all the way along. There we are. And that then is our first pocket. So the second pocket, again, you can just use some offcuts that you may have. I could use that. So let's just measure that. You'll stick. And that is 1 3/8 by 10 1/8. So I'm going to keep that because that is just the right size for that. So, hey, that was luck. So let's put our tape glue on there. Put that there. Like so. Okay, right, so this one was 1 3/8 by 10 1/8. Okay, and that can go there. Oh, like so. Push that down. Okay, add some double-sided tape underneath that. there. You could even make these a little tuck spot as well. If you just put your double-sided tape at each end, it would become a little tuck spot. So push that down, like so, and then that can go on that edge there. Goes on there, and then that's another. There's 2 pockets there, so it keeps coming up. So we've only then got the outsides of these to do. Now I'm going to leave it there for the moment, and we'll come back and we'll decorate the front of these albums in the next video. So thank you ever so much for joining me today and following along with my tutorials. I do appreciate each and every one of you that watches, comments and subscribes to my channel. As I said earlier, please subscribe. It really does help. You don't know how much it does. It helps so much to boost my ratings on YouTube if you just hit that subscribe button. It couldn't be any easier. Down here is a logo, my logo down here. If you just move your mouse over that logo, a subscribe button will come up. If you just click that subscribe button and then you're subscribed, it couldn't be any easier than that. The only thing you may need to do is then hit the notification bell and put like, you know, all notifications, because then you will be notified anytime I upload any videos onto my channel. Come and join me all on the social medias. I will put all the links down below in the description. I'll also put a link in there to my Creative Spirits and the signature black construction tape as well, if you want to go and try that out. It is amazing stuff, and it really does do what it says on the tin. It's fantastic. So yeah, go and check them out as well. Come along and follow me on TikTok. I've now opened a TikTok. I've joined the 21st century and I'm now on TikTok. So come over there and have a look at all the things that I'm putting on there quite regularly. So thank you ever so again for watching. We will see you in the next video when we will finish this part here. And take care and enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon. Bye.